Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
A holy day scarred by violence. 8 bombings kill more than 200 people and leave hundreds fighting for their lives and mourning for lost loved ones. Those explosions pierced the solemnity of Easter services at 3 churches. Are investigators closing in on who is responsible? And that Easter tragedy in Sri Lanka tops our news here at 6.
And you're looking at a map that shows the locations the attackers targeted. Americans are among the 207 people known dead in the bombings. At least 450 others are injured.
Sarah Harmon has a look at why the Sri Lankan government is now blaming the bombings on religious extremists.
A holy day became a bloodbath. More than 200 reported dead, including Americans. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo saying several U.S. citizens were among the dead.
There was a loud explosion. Just to check, I climbed up to the rooftop. About 1 kilometer away, we could see white smoke coming out.
Simultaneous explosions ripped through 3 different churches on Sunday, targeting worshipers around the country as they celebrated Easter Mass.
So it's a very, very sad day for all of us.
Also targeted 3 luxury hotels in the capital, Colombo. At the Shangri-La Hotel, the force of the blast appeared to shatter the windows. With hundreds of injured, there are fears the death toll could still rise. Sri Lanka's foreign ministry says suicide bombers were behind most of the blasts and that 7 suspects have been arrested.
We will go after them, whatever religious extremism that they are following.
President Trump tweeting his condolences and offering U.S. assistance. After celebrating Easter Mass in St. Peter's Square, the Pope condemned what he called cruel violence following a Holy Week marred by tragedy. First, the fire at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, and now these horrific attacks on Easter Sunday. Sarah Harmon, NBC News, London.
And Pope Francis denounced the violence in a speech following Easter service at St. Peter's Square at the Vatican.
Under a cloud of grief, the service still brought some joyful moments for worshipers. With today's service, the 82-year-old Pope Francis completes an exhausting Holy Week, including traveling to a prison outside Rome to wash the feet of inmates on Holy Thursday, presiding over the Way of the Cross procession at Rome's Colosseum on Good Friday, and celebrating the Easter Vigil late last night at St. Peter's Basilica. Meanwhile, local Catholics celebrated Easter Sunday with Detroit Archbishop Alan Vigneron. The Easter Mass at Detroit's Cathedral of the Most Blessed Sacrament was one of multiple Easter observances across our area today.
And also today, the Archbishop of Paris and Catholics from around France honored the firefighters who helped save Notre Dame Cathedral during Easter services. The fire that engulfed Notre Dame during Holy Week forced worshipers to find other places to attend Mass. During a special Mass today, they prayed for a swift reconstruction of the historic and beloved monument. The Paris Archbishop thanked multiple city officials for their support amid last week's fire, especially the firefighters and crews who saved many priceless items from destruction. A young woman loses her parents and siblings in a fire. You're looking at video from the scene. It happened back in September inside an East Point home.
She is very special. Sean Lay introduces us to Mia and explains how she's using her tragedy to help save lives.
I know that I can't sit on my butt all day, every single day for the rest of my life, knowing, or not knowing, but not doing anything, you know? Like, I can't do nothing just because something bad happened to me. I have to do something about it.
Mia Radosavits is only 17, but you can tell how driven she is to do something positive in the face of a tragedy that would break so many of us. Last fall, Mia's parents, Steve and Yasmina, and little sister Anya died in this horrible fire at their East Point home. Mia was the only member of the family who was able to escape.
It's kind of more like you're on survival mode.
Survival by being surrounded by loved ones. Joe Zago, owner of the Carpet Guys, is Mia's godfather.
I went, straight to where their house was. I saw the house has in fact been burned down, and then from there I went straight to the hospital where Mia was being treated over at St. John's.
Joe says the family took the battery out of their smoke detector because it would go off when they cooked. A candle left lit, he says, caused the tragic fire. Mia and Joe have teamed up with the American Red Cross to be a part of the Red Cross Sound the Alarm campaign, helping the Red Cross install 100,000 smoke alarms in homes across the country, 3,000 in Detroit and Ann Arbor, 3 for every home.
Mia tells a powerful story. Getting the word out to people about preparing their homes for fires, it's not an easy path. It's a uphill battle.
Since the Sound the Alarm campaign launched a few years ago, 582 lives have been saved from those Red Cross smoke detectors. 16 of those saves from right here in Michigan. Mia knows she will help save a life with a smoke detector.
Wow, that was Sean Lay, and Mia will save a lot of lives with this. Mia and Joe Zago are also working on Mia's own nonprofit. They call it Mia's. It will focus on fire safety and all things home safety.
She's such a brave young woman. If you want to be a part of the Red Cross Sound the Alarm campaign for your home or to help with the effort, go to the Red Cross website. We'll put it there for you and click on Detroit.com. Well, turning our attention to the weather as we look out through our Windsor sky cam, it's a picture-perfect Easter Sunday, but is it going to stay this nice, Andrew?
It certainly will as we go through the evening. Sure, we have a few more clouds overhead, but feeling mild and comfortable across much of the region. A little bit cooler closer to the big lakes, including Mount Clemens at 58 degrees. Elsewhere, temperatures are a bit higher. 62 over at Metro Airport, middle and upper 60s in Pontiac and in Howell. And look at that, 70 degrees in Lansing. And we saw lots of sunshine earlier today. A few clouds have joined back in with 62 degrees over at Metro Airport, but a wind out of the south will keep us relatively warm overnight, with temperatures only falling through the 50s and into the 40s by morning, down to about 43 degrees here in Detroit and over at Metro Airport. Middle and low 40s in your neighborhood, staying well away from the freezing mark and remaining dry. There's even warmer air off to our west. You saw that 70 over in East Lansing right now. Well, it's well into the 70s out toward Chicago and other places in the Midwest. That warmer air is on the way here, but when does it arrive? We'll talk about that and the chance of showers in your 7-day forecast in just minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Well, still to come, unlikely friends, how a man and a hummingbird formed a special bond.
But up first, ready to make some moves. House Democrats preparing to take their next steps after special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report. We'll get a closer look at what may happen next.
At your Lexus dealer.
Special counsel Robert Mueller spent part of this Easter morning at church. The church is across the street from the White House, but President Trump is in Palm Beach for the Easter holiday. You're looking at video of the president and First Lady attending Easter services there.
Meanwhile, House Democrats are deciding their next moves after special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report. Jennifer Johnson has a closer look at their plans.
President Trump.
A lot of great things happening for our country.
Upbeat as he attended Easter services, but taking no break from Twitter, blasting special counsel Robert Mueller's Russia report, writing, "Can you believe that I had to go through the worst and most corrupt political witch hunt in the history of the United States?" as Democrats discuss their next step Monday.
If proven, some of this would be impeachable, yes.
All right.
Obstruction of justice, if proven, would be impeachable.
If he were anybody but the president, would Mr. Trump be indicted, sir?
Mueller ignored reporters' questions while leaving church, but his report detailed 10 instances where the president tried to obstruct the Russia probe, including asking the head of the National Security Agency to intervene before it began, and later firing former FBI Director James Comey. Democrats say it's worse than Watergate.
The fact that a candidate for president and now a president of the United States would not only not stand up and resist Russian interference in our election, but would welcome it, goes well beyond anything Nixon did.
The White House says it's time to move on.
There's nothing wrong with taking information from Russians.
Donald Trump won. We didn't need WikiLeaks. We had Wisconsin. He won because he was the better candidate with the better message.
At least one Republican is criticizing the president. Senator Mitt Romney tweeted the dishonesty by the Trump White House sickened him. The president hit back at Romney for losing the 2012 election to Barack Obama. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Well, still to come, unlikely friends.
A man and a hummingbird formed a special bond.
Office.
The moment you wake up, or you need help, the moment you look for answers, or something doesn't seem right. the moment the weather changes, or the game turns. Moments change history and alter lives. The moment it happens, Local 4 and Click on Detroit are there, sharing the moments so you can share them too. The moment is here at Local 4 and Click on Detroit.
3 missing boys may be in extreme danger.
Frantic search in the town of Morenci.
The FBI now getting involved.
I truly believe he's done something with them boys.
And I wonder, are they scared? Are they crying for me?
Turned up across the state line in an Ohio hospital after attempting to hang himself.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my kids are.
Shattered Black Friday. Subscribe today on shatteredpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcast.
He was the first to fall in the massive federal investigation into Detroit's demolition program.
I accepted the money, and I shouldn't have.
Admitting his mistakes, coming clean, even taking a polygraph test.
Very nerve-wracking, a rough experience. But again, it's another way of me trying to get my truth out.
Speaking publicly for the first time about the kickback scheme because of the way the city responded to his conviction.
I was outraged. That's the reason why I'm here, not to try to vindicate myself in any way. I know what I did was wrong.
A Defenders exclusive tonight at 11.
Well, this story really shows that friendship can come in all sizes. A hummingbird returned to a Georgia man's yard every spring after its annual journey to South America.
They're buds. What are you going to do about that, huh? 4 years ago, Mike Cardenas nursed an injured hummingbird back to health until he could fly again.
He would fly around the yard and then come back again when he got exhausted because that was his comfort zone until he finally took off and it became wintertime, and then he left for the winter and came back every year so far for the last 4 years.
Nice job, Mike. He is now currently helping an injured chipmunk that he will soon return to the great outdoors.
I wonder if we'll be doing a story then about the chipmunk returning.
And he's going to get all his chipmunk friends and say, let's go see Mike, man. This guy's cool.
Yeah, Mike's a good guy.
Yeah. For dinner this evening?
Yeah, that's
why
right.
not?
Paradise today for us.
Yes, feeling wonderful. If you like today, you're going to love tomorrow because higher temperatures are on the way, folks. Today, we made it well into the 60s. 66 degrees, just what the doctor ordered, right on target from the forecast we talked about yesterday and this morning on Local 4 News today. 4 degrees above our average high of 62. Sure, nowhere near the record by 20 degrees, but it certainly felt milder than Saturday, right? And it feels wonderful outside right now. Currently, we've got mostly cloudy skies, but it still remains dry. A little cooler though, so we may need to grab our jackets as we head out to dinner on this holiday. We're looking at 62 degrees currently, wind out of the south at 11 miles per hour. That will give a nice boost to our temperatures for tomorrow. We make it up to 74 degrees, then 70 degrees on Tuesday. Temperature dips a bit by Wednesday, but rises once again by the end of this week and into next weekend. But is there a chance of showers? There certainly is. I'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast. But over the next 24 hours, it remains dry, including playoff basketball for tomorrow evening. Pistons still in town, taking on Milwaukee over at LCA. Tip-off again at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Temperatures will be in the 70s for tailgaters who gather around downtown Detroit in the afternoon, then trailing off into the 60s by game's end. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. 64 degrees for our friends in Port Huron. A little bit cooler in near Lake St. Clair. Mount Clemens at 54 degrees. 60 degrees over in Monroe, but warmer farther inland. It's 67 right now over in Ann Arbor. All these temperatures, you guessed it, 6, 18, 24, 26 degrees higher than just 24 hours ago. Now, the wind is generally out of the south. Some of that wind, a little bit out, it has a bit of an easterly component coming off the cooler waters of the big lakes. So that's why we're seeing cooler conditions off the lakeshore. But winds tomorrow will be more out of the south and southwest, coming from areas where it's a lot warmer. 77 degrees for our friends in the Windy City, 80 degrees in St. Louis, 80 in Des Moines. We may not see temperatures near 80, but at least low and middle 70s as high pressure settles in, and we see those winds coming out of the southwest for our Monday. Then, right on its heels, yes, an area of low pressure. Some spring showers will develop well to our west. Notice, through Monday afternoon, it remains dry. Same thing for tomorrow night. It's not until Tuesday, in the morning, middle part of the day, where we will see some scattered showers. But after that, dry weather and sunshine once again. So let's round things up, shall we? As you head out to dinner this evening, temperatures down to about 44 degrees. We're looking at sunset at 8:21. Temperatures in the 40s in your neighborhood as well. Nice and cool overnight. Heaters won't have to work as hard. 67 degrees by noon tomorrow. Well into the 70s, 74 degrees or even a bit more with mostly sunny skies during the day. Good car wash day for tomorrow as well. Sunrise on your Monday is at 6:42. On Tuesday, that area of low pressure gets closer. It will still be warmer than average with highs still near 70. We just need our umbrellas for the morning and middle part of the day especially, maybe even a thunderstorm or two during the afternoon. After that, it cools off on Wednesday, but not for long. Partly sunny on Wednesday with 60 degrees. Then we've got temperatures back into the middle and upper 60s. T-shirt weather once again, just in time for next weekend. At least the first half of it. Back to 67 degrees by Friday, back to 70 or a bit more by Saturday.
I just love seeing all that sunshine.
Yeah, we certainly do.
All right, down here the forecast is great. At this end, the forecast is mostly cloudy, I guess.
Yeah, when you're talking about those Pistons, of course, they're hosting Game 4. We have highlights here. Blake Griffin, you'll hear from him next in sports.